Alright, here's my review of build 40 of AOKP on the HTC Sensation 4G. Let's go into settings. Let's go under about phone. As you can see, Sensation, Android 4.0.4, and AOKP Pyramid build 40. Some new thing that they added to the about phone was hardware info. Doesn't really show much, but it does show you your memory and ARMv7 processor. I just think that's awesome, so I wanted to show that with you. Alright, let's go back. As you can see, you get the developer options that are in every Android 4.0 menu. So I'm not going to spend too much time in there. Accessibility, date and time, just the usual stuff. But one thing under here is ROM control. This is what's unique to AOKP is their ROM control. So let me bring it in a little bit. Focus. Alright. So you, in the general UI, you can disable the boot animation. So don't know why it's not really focusing really well. Alright, but anyways, the boot animation, I'll show you that in a minute. But like, if you don't want to see it, you can turn that off and your phone boots up faster. And also the bug mailer, you can turn that off if you don't want to mail AOKP, like if there's like a forced close or anything. And 180-degree rotation is when you turn your phone upside down, in case you didn't know. Recent window style, as you can see, it's on stock, so if I press and hold home, that's what you'll get. If I go to Sense 4, oops, sorry, hit allow, it has to do that like to reset the. Now if I press and hold home, here's the Sense 4 style. I don't really care for the Sense 4 style. My favorite is the WebOS style. I should have clicked to remember. Alright, now if I press and hold home, this is my recent apps. I'm that kind of person that really likes WebOS. You can say it's a horrible OS or whatever, but I think it was pretty decent. You can change the LCD density. It's like you can make things really small if you wanted to. The CRT off animation is that, like, it's like a TV like thing. Show the IME switcher. That is, let's just go to this. Let's go to text messaging. Go to new message, and they're here. And if I had a different keyboard, like right here, it would show like change IME for like the keyboard, so I could change the keyboard if I had any different ones installed besides that one. So let me press and hold home. Let's go back to settings and the volume options. Let's enable those. Less frequent notification sounds. So like if you don't want an app to keep letting you know about something, you can turn that off. Custom carrier label, so like you can make it say whatever you want to. So instead of it saying T-Mobile, you can make it say whatever you want. I usually change it to Brandon's HTC Pyramid, but that's just something I do. Hold back to kill, like that's an app. So when you press and hold back, it kills the app. Long press home action, I'll leave that on the recent apps. Rotation delay, that's how long it takes to turn. Let's set that as lowest. Alright, now let's go back. The navigation bar, that's if you want, if you want like the back, like the Galaxy Nexus, how it has the on-screen buttons. I don't mess with those because my phone has the capacitive buttons, but if you wanted those, you can add widgets and stuff to that little navigation bar down there. Let's go to lock screen settings. You can have a custom wallpaper on the lock screen. You can change lock screen text color, and let's go to lock screen style. As you can see, there's honeycomb, AOSP, stock, and then also you can have from 3 to 8 targets. So this is, I'm just gonna put it on stock for now. But if you wanted more than 2, camera and unlock, If you wanted more than that, say you wanted Twitter and you wanted Gmail and Facebook, like you could have 5, then have the 3 up there with what you wanted. You can have menu button unlock it. You can wait to lock screen. That's how long it, like when you hit the lock button, that's how long it takes for the lock screen to appear. So if you accidentally hit the lock button, you don't have to unlock it. You can have the battery percentage, and also you can have the weather. Let's have the weather panel. That's not going to show up till I put the weather on here. So you can have stock music. You can have the calendar on the lock screen. That's when it goes to your little calendar events and a little ticker like thing, if you say that. You can have fast horse when you press and hold power button on the lock screen. You can have horizontal lock screen, and you can show lock screen before unlock. Like you can show lock screen before you go to face unlock or a little pattern. Then you can have the custom apps instead of camera and lock. Alright, so power menu. Power menu is when you press and hold power. This is your power menu. So say I want to show a screenshot, and I want to show torch. And let's just do navigation just so I can show you them all. That's your navigation, menu, back, home, and then power. There's your screenshot, and there's your torch. Vibrate, no sound, vibrate, all on. See, you can use that for back. Let's go to weather. Let's turn on weather. Let's show location. Not really gonna mess with that. Refresh interval, status bar, weather style. Let's do weather panel. Let's go up here to get weather. Alright. As you can see, Middleburg partly cloudy, so now that should be on the lock screen. And as you can see, it's right there, right underneath the clock. They've updated their weather widget, as you can see. Actually, it looks pretty nice. Alright, let's unlock. Have to keep going. Power save. You can have the power saver on. I don't really mess with that because I usually get enough battery. I usually get about 2.5 hours of screen on, and I usually have my screen at full brightness. So I usually get about 12 to 15 hours. So data action delay, like these are just things like screen off, Wi-Fi action, sync data, like things just to save your battery. Let's go to LED option. You can change the pulse on. So if you want it to pulse longer, and then you can change it off, and you can have it flash while the screen is on, and then you can change the color. So let's go back. Now let's go to general. You can use default settings behavior, auto hide toggles, enable brightness control. Just let me grab it. I'm trying to look through the camera. This is your brightness control. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, way too bright. Way too bright. Let's go back. There you go. You can have that too bright. You can have the USB debugging icon. You can also change the transparency. You can change the font size, transparency, notification drawer layout. So that's just if you want it reversed. So these will be on the bottom right there. I'm trying to look through the camera and do this in case you see me mess up. Battery's done. Alright, let's go to toggles. These are your toggles, by the way, where it says Wi-Fi, GPS, Bluetooth, and rotate. You can change those. So say you want vibrate and data, and I like torch. And I never use Bluetooth, so see? Hit close. You can change the order. So say you want data way up here, you can change that. You can change the layout. So if you want this kind of toggle, you can have that kind of toggle. You can have toggle style. You can have text only or icon. Alright, let's go to clock. You can have clock style. You can have center clock if you want to. AM, PM style. Don't show small, regular. And day of the week. Don't show small, regular. See Tuesday 6:32 a.m. I think that looks really nice. You can show the alarm icon, and you can also change the color. It's got a battery. You can change the battery icon style. I usually like it with the icon with center text. As you can see, it's just simple. You can have a battery bar location, and then you can have a charging animation. You can have your signal have text. I just usually leave it with the bars because I don't really know what the text is. Let's go to the startup tweaks first. I had to mute that. Alright. So let's go to startup tweaks. It takes a minute to load. It's been granted super easy. Let me just click to remember. That'll make this go faster. Alright. So you can actually turn them on. You can zipline APKs, enable SD boost. You can change the read head value. Fix permissions, clear cache. I'm not sure what that is, and enable scheduled task. Let's go to performance. You can change the max CPU, so if you really want to get the performance out of your phone, let's go to performance. And then you can free memory, you can set that at boot, scrolling cache, fast charge, colors multipliers tuning, color gamma tuning. I'm not sure what those are, so I'm not going to mess with those. But you also have themes. Alright, so it includes a custom theme, so let me show you this. It's called Acro Matte. Oh, that looks pretty sweet actually. So like, to enable this to take full effect, you gotta reboot. So let's reboot, and I can show you guys the boot animation. On the changelog right here, the short changelog anyways, it says they added hardware info in settings about that I showed you. They fixed DRM issues, including Hulu. They made lock screen weather much prettier. They fixed tablets. That don't apply to me because I don't have this, because this is a phone. They added NFC. Don't have NFC on this phone. Added NFC toggle. Don't have that because I don't have NFC. Added an achromatic theme. That's a theme that I just applied. Updated Nova launcher. I was using the stock launcher, but I can show you guys the. And added custom Wi-Fi SSID force close, and always more things. So let me show you guys a Nova launcher. I don't really use Nova launcher, but if you do, my favorite's Apex, but that's just me. See, I mean it works. See if camera works. It worked in Dual 39, so. Alright, let's go to video. 720p and full 1080p. That's always nice. Alright, let's go back. Press and hold home. And you can see little windows. So this theme doesn't really go too much. Ooh, you can see it does. Well, if I can pull it down all the way, you see this theme does affect the toggles a bunch. Doesn't really affect anything else. AOKP always includes their own custom wallpapers though. So let's go to that. They have their own little unicorn type wallpaper. Yeah. And let's go to wallpapers. Go to AOKP wallpapers. Just kind of scroll through these pretty fast. They have the same wallpapers that they've had in build 39 and actually through build 30 and over. Alright, well that was my review of AOKP build 40 for the HTC Sensation 4G